The Las Vegas Raiders faithful woke up to a bombshell report reverberating across the NFL landscape. Yahoo Sports dropped a headline that has sent shockwaves through Raider Nation, stating that Maxx Crosby, our very own relentless defensive end, made a cryptic comment regarding a failed trade involving the Baltimore Ravens. This isn't just a minor blip, it's a significant revelation about a player who embodies the very spirit of the Raiders. Maxx Crosby isn't merely a Pro Bowl pass rusher, he is the undisputed heartbeat of this defense, a perpetual motion machine whose motor never stops. His intensity, his leadership, and his sheer will to win are unparalleled on this roster. The idea that there was ever a serious discussion about him possibly heading to another franchise, especially one as formidable as the Ravens, is frankly a terrifying thought for any silver and black supporter. It forces us to confront an alternate reality, one where the Condor might have soared in purple and black. To truly grasp the magnitude of this failed trade, we must first appreciate Maxx Crosby's immense value. Since being drafted in the 4th round in 2019, he has defied expectations, transforming into one of the league's most dominant edge rushers. His statistics speak volumes, consistently ranking among the top in sacks, pressures, and tackles for loss year after year. Crosby's relentless pursuit of the quarterback is legendary, a quality that makes him virtually unblockable on many snaps. We are talking about a player who routinely plays nearly every defensive snap, demonstrating an unheard of endurance and commitment to his craft. Compare him to peers like Myles Garrett or T.J. Watt in terms of pure disruption, and Crosby holds his own. His current contract, a 4-year, $95 million deal signed in 2022, is seen as a relative bargain for his production, especially considering the escalating market for elite pass rushers. The Ravens, a team consistently in contention, would undoubtedly covet a player of his caliber to bolster their already formidable defensive front. Now, let's dissect the financial and strategic implications of such a potential move. Trading a player of Maxx Crosby's stature would necessitate an astronomical return. We're talking multiple first-round draft picks, or a combination of high-value picks and established starters at premium positions. From the Raiders' perspective, moving a $95 million contract, even with some dead cap implications, would create significant salary cap space. However, that space would be dwarfed by the defensive void left behind. For the Ravens, absorbing Crosby's contract would be a bold, all-in move, pushing their salary cap closer to the limit but instantly elevating their Super Bowl aspirations. They would need to shed other veteran contracts or restructure deals to accommodate him. The failed aspect of this trade could stem from several factors: an inability to agree on compensation, the Raiders ultimately refusing to part with their foundational player, or even Crosby himself expressing a desire to remain in Las Vegas. Such a trade would have reshaped the entire AFC defensive landscape. The on-field ramifications, had this trade gone through, are almost unfathomable. Imagine Maxx Crosby lining up opposite Jadeveon Clowney or Odafe Oweh in Baltimore. The Ravens' defense, already a top-tier unit, would become an absolute nightmare for opposing offensive lines and quarterbacks. Their ability to generate pressure, force turnovers, and control the line of scrimmage would reach an elite, almost unfair, level. This move could have been the final piece of the puzzle for a Super Bowl run in Baltimore. Conversely, the Raiders without Crosby would be a dramatically different team. Their defensive identity, built around his relentless motor and sack production, would crumble. The challenge of replacing his 25 to 30% pressure rate on pass plays and his leadership would be monumental, likely setting back the Raiders' rebuilding efforts by several years. His absence would force other players to step into leadership roles they might not be ready for, diminishing the entire unit's effectiveness. The relief that this trade failed cannot be overstated for Raider Nation. The true intrigue lies in the cryptic comment itself. Was this a reflection on a past negotiation, perhaps from earlier in his career before his current extension, or a more recent, never-before-revealed inquiry? The ambiguity leaves room for endless speculation. Does it hint at a desire for a change of scenery at some point, or simply a professional acknowledgement of a team's interest? For the Raiders, the fact that this trade ultimately failed underscores their commitment to Crosby as the cornerstone of their franchise. It solidifies his position as the leader and emotional anchor of this team. He is the embodiment of the "just win, baby" mantra, and his continued presence provides stability and a high floor for the defense. While the thought of him in another uniform is unsettling, this revelation ultimately serves to reinforce his invaluable status in Las Vegas. Raider Nation can breathe a collective sigh of relief, knowing their condor continues to hunt for the silver and black.